Fans of Horus Heresy, thank you very much for joining me for a quick how-to review. When I've been building models, I've quite often talked about the need to heat parts up and manipulate them if they're warped when you get them on resin kits. And I'm going to show you just a quick demo of that taking place. So we've got two pieces of a forge-walled Triaros Armoured Conveyor for the Mechanicum in front of us, and one of these is significantly warped. So these are the track units. These are the outer track units. Yeah, look very nice. Yeah. So this one here is nice and flat, and if I bring on a little prop here in the form of this little board, this little cutting, there you go. You can see that fits. That's nice and flat against that. So that's what we want. Right. This one on the right hand side is not flat. It is warped. Indeed, if we do that same trick, get the lighting right, there you go, you can see there's a clear bend on that. So we're going to put that right. So we have a ceramic cooking dish. I have a kettle of freshly boiled hot water. Going to fill this dish with hot water, immerse this part in it, soften it, and then straighten it. So yeah, that's a straightforward thing. Clearly, if you're going to work with lots of hot water, be conscious of your surroundings, other people who might be around, particularly children. If you have any pets in the moving around your house, don't do your work with the hot water. Dispose of it straight away. Don't leave it lying around. And all my children are in bed now, so there's no one else around to who might stumble into this. Right, anyway, so let's crack on then. So here we have some hot water. Should I just pour that in? You could use all sorts of containers for this. I just use this one because it was the right size and it was to hand. So I've put that in. We'll drop that in there. You need some sort of implement to get the part out, just to fish it out a little bit. I'm going to use a simple spoon to do this. Now, depending on the thickness of the part, will dictate how long it needs to sit there. I mean, if you're working with a really big, thick, solid piece, you may need to leave it in for a couple of minutes. These track units on the Triaros here, however, are not particularly, they're not that thick, and also they're quite long as well. So it's easy to get a decent amount of leverage on them to straighten them, so we shouldn't have to leave it in too long to get the desired result. So, and we may find that this part actually straightens itself out. So let's have a look. So have we got any? There we go. We've got some movement on that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it down on this worktop and just hold it there. I'm going to bend it a bit and hold it. So this is the stone. This is a polished stone worktop. So it's nice and flat. I know that. It's also because it's an inch and a bit thick stone. It's nice and cool as well. So it's good to hold the part on it and take the heat out of it as well and help to cool it down. And as the resin cools again, it will freeze into position in effect. I mean, if you don't have a stone worktop to work with, something like a rigid metal baking tray would work equally well. And you don't have to use a cool surface. It just helps a bit. So I think this is nearly there. Obviously, in terms of the amount of time it will take for the part to cool down will depend on how thick it is and how long it's taken to heat up. Bigger, thicker pieces will take longer to heat up, but will then lose that heat more slowly over time. Whereas thinner parts will lose that heat more rapidly. That looks pretty good to me now. And if we do a little repeat of our test, that is now nice and flat. And if I drop the, so this is the inner part of the track unit. If I drop that in and everything's gone according to plan, that should fit nice and snugly. Yeah. Very good. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed that quick demo on how to heat parts up, on how to heat warped parts up and straighten them out again. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.